Did you have to, when you were going through it, like, well, maybe I could get, I don't know, X amount more elsewhere, but I know I'm getting this here. I know I don't have to move. I'm from here. Mm-hmm. This is a lot of money that I should be able to take care of pretty well and live a good life. But were you doing all that when you were considering?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I think you go into it. I went into it with a particular mindset about it, but when you get into it and your emotions, it's hard to not let your emotions get affected by it. They say all the good things to you that they want to keep you around, and they tell you all the good things that that you're showing on the field and whatnot, and then you get into negotiations. It's like, wait, I thought you guys liked me, So there's like that business aspect to it, and they're obviously on their end. I'm just, for me, like when I went through it, they're gonna try and get me as the cheapest as possible, and my side's gonna try and get as most as possible, and that's just how it works, and that's the business side of it. And you kind of have to be able to table the two. I think for me in particular, like, when things got started, I wanted it done before the season began, just because I didn't want to have to be thinking about that stuff at all. And obviously, we were able to come to an agreement and a number that worked for both sides. But like I said in the beginning, it takes both sides to get the deal done.
I wanted to ask you that. Did you kind of want to avoid this? Kind of this day?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I don't know all the ins and outs in terms of when they approached Jalen and or however all that worked or when that was all started. But I know for me personally, like, when things it's hard not to think about it, because it's a big deal. Like, and for us, it's a limited time that we got in this window for this career. And, I always hope for any player that they make as much money as they possibly can during their career, and because it's just so short-lived. But, it's hard not to think about those things as you're playing football as well.
How much are you actively involved in that, or do you let your agent do it? Like, how much are you physically at the table arguing your case?
I think that depends on who you are. I think I went into it and I wanted to be really involved, and then I got like a week into it and I was like, okay, I don't want to be involved anymore, because you realize, like, you think like, oh, in theory, like, yeah, I can be unbiased about this and be removed in a good mental state, and then when things start going back and forth, it's much harder to do that. So, I have a good team, and I trusted my agents with it. And, I kind of, before getting into it, I kind of told them where I thought I fell on things, and making sure that, we lined up in the same thoughts in terms of where I should be at. And, you just you trust it and go from there.
Do you feel like, now that it's after the fact, that you got fair market value, or do you think that you gave a little just to get the deal done?
Oh, man, that's tough. I think it was a good deal all around for both sides. I think when you look at it, sure, would I've liked to have more on the APY stuff? Yeah, but I thought, they came in really strong with guarantees, and it really showed that they wanted me to stick around here for the long term. And for me, at the end of the day, kind of like what Carman was talking about, like, I'm from here, and, I love being here, and I love being in the city. And, I really wanted to be a part of the turnaround here in terms of getting a Super Bowl back to Chicago. And I think, for me, there's no value you can place on that. And that's something that I've had my mind on since I was a kid.
We all silly like the mayor.